What are you guys up to? Feel pretty good? You're all gonna take your seats. Thank you guys for showing up. This is amazing. I met like half you guys in the little lounge area there. That was fun. It was a good time. Thank you guys for being here. Give a round of applause to yourselves, really. Yes. If it wasn't for you guys, we'd just be a bunch of weird guys telling jokes and be like, it's funny, right? And you're like, it's okay. It's not good, okay? That's awesome. I'll be your host for the evening, Maverick McBlooms. We got a killer show for you guys tonight. We have a traveling comedian, we have a bunch of local comedians, we have me, I'm handsome, that's a good thing, right? Yeah? Oh my goodness, I did not expect that response and it made me so happy. I'm not gonna be sad this week, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. It's like when you're at the Starbucks and someone's like, oh yeah, you have really pretty eyes. I'm like, thank you, I'm not gonna be sad for the next week. Awesome. Just walk away. Silly, so silly. I'm from a small town. Anybody else in here from a small town? Yeah. Besides the people that went to my high school that I invited here? Clearly, yeah. I'm from New York City. How you doing? I'm from Moriarty, if you didn't guess. Didn't guess by now. It means a couple things. It means I chew tobacco and I can't read very well. It's not a joke. Illiteracy is not a joke, guys. No, I'm just kidding. Like I said, it's a small town, very conservative town. So when I moved to Albuquerque, I had to make a lot of changes. Hold on, zipper check, we're good? Okay. I had to make a lot of changes. Not the worst. Yeah, I had to make a lot of like adjustments, you know, to things that weren't always around. Like there was one openly gay kid in my high school. He was a cool guy, like I was friends with him and stuff, but it was him and then like half of the football team that were gay, like, and you could only tell they were gay, you know what I'm saying? So, one of the comedians that's on the show tonight, Royal Wood, is everybody here to see Royal? Yeah? Nice, nice, good times. I was at a show with Royal. I had just started comedy. I got booked on this variety show where they had like a magician and like drag queens and like a band. I was like, oh, this is gonna be a cool time. It was a really cool show. But there was a drag queen there. Like I said, I'm from a very conservative small town. I've never met a drag queen. I mean, maybe, I don't know. It's possible. The gym teacher's a little weird, but anyway. Like I said, I'm a good-looking guy. You know, I was single at the time. And so usually I'm pretty flirtatious, right? And I talk to Royal, he's like, man, why don't you hit on any girls? I was like, man, I heard there's a drag queen here, and I don't want to hit on the drag queen by accident. He's like, that's not gonna happen. I was like, why not? He's like, you'll see. And just walked away. I was like, what the fuck does that mean, right? I'm like, seriously. So a little bit later, in the middle of my set, I see the drag queen walk in. The only reason I know it's a drag queen is because she's 6'6", probably 250 maybe, and just built like a brick shit house. I'm talking, this lady is stacked, you know? I'm like, oh, okay, that's her. Walk up to Royal, he's talking to her at the time. And since I'm from a small town, I'm also very respectful to people. So I walk up, I'm like, hey, how you doing? Excuse me, ma'am, I'm really sorry. I'm from a small town. I don't know a lot about the drag community. When you're in drag, do I call you ma'am or sir? She's like, well, you can call me ma'am. It's like, okay. How long have you been doing drag for? She's like, 18 years. Like, wow, it's a long time to be doing drag. Do you have a boyfriend or a husband? And she's like, no, what do you ask? I just didn't know what they thought about it or whatever. And that's it. That's the only conversation we had, okay? That's it. She left, and Royal looks at me, he's like, you fucked up. I was like, why? He's like, you just hit on the drag queen. I was like, what? Asking questions is hitting on people? He's like, yeah. I was like, dude, I hit on my fucking parents all the time, because I literally ask them questions daily. Like, seriously, dude, what the fuck? So that night I get home at like 3 in the morning, I'm super tired, a little drunk, super tired, and I get a message on Facebook from a guy, and I thought it was the drummer in the band. And I was like, oh yeah, cool. So I accepted or whatever, and I wake up to a message in the morning, and it was the drag queen. He's like, hey, you're really good looking, obviously. Hey, you're really good looking. Do you want to go get pizza or something sometime? And I didn't message back, guys. I didn't message back. Not because I'm homophobic or they weird me out or anything. It's just, like I said, I'm a fucking 10. If you're gonna fuck me, it's gonna take a little bit more than pizza. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to bring your A game. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, God. It's funny. I can't see very many of you because these lights are real bright, but everybody in the room just raised their hands. Everybody. These guys, these girls are here. Everybody. Raise your hand, dude. Sorry, don't want to call you out. Just everybody. Who watches porn? That is the correct response. There we go. Okay, now hands go up. Okay. Don't go back. Don't be that guy who's like, oh wait, I do. Don't be a follower. If you don't watch porn, it's okay. But everybody watches porn. Think of somebody? Yep, they watch porn, okay? It's okay. It's natural, I guess. No, let's make this a little bit more weird. My mom's sitting over there, and I bet she raised her hand. Yikes. And that's some shit that's just waiting for the therapist to hear. You know what I'm talking about? Like, ugh. Yeah, I watch porn. I'm 20 years old. Of course I watch porn. I don't have that great of an imagination. Like, obviously, I have to watch porn. This isn't the 50s when I see an ankle and I'm like, oh my gosh, hello, you know? We just talk about my outfit for a second. Today I've gotten two things. It was like, you look like an Arizona senator. Then I also got like, you look like a youth pastor about to go talk to some street kids. And I was like, yeah, like a youth pastor? Like walking up like, hey kids, you know what's better than graffiti? Jesus, that's what's better than graffiti, alright? But those street kids didn't pick up a Bible, alright? Whatever. Anyway, back to porn. Yeah, I told you, I'm nasty. Anyway, back to porn. So yeah, I'm 20, I watch porn obviously. But I watch porn for different reasons. Like, yeah, you know why I watch porn, but there's also another reason. The comments. The comments on porn are fantastic. Anybody here like ever read the comments on YouTube? Yeah? Just the worst shit you'll ever fucking hear. Like, it's terrible. Like, you could walk into a frat house and you won't hear this shit. Like, speaking of, like, I found out about it when I was in high school. My teacher's like, hey, you have to do a presentation on the Star Spangled Banner. I was like, okay. She's like, have a video or whatever. So I went on YouTube. I saw this little girl singing the national anthem, and